Morning, folks. Brian here, Geomagnetic Earth Watch. Saturday, September 13, 2025. Arnold, you in class, Arnold? Hang on, Arnold. Okay, Arnold, can you see the top of my white head now, Arnold? Arnold, this is just for you, Arnold. Okay. Yeah. This is a redo of my video last night. I wanted to get it uploaded, but I have a lot of problems. Trying to get this one done. I'm going to title this video, Too Late for Truth and Disclosure. So if the binary system is truly going to soon reveal itself, how would you, if you were the government, explain its manifestations? If you were the government. How would you disclose the information? Well, you wouldn't. You can't. Okay, it's too late for the truth and disclosure. There would be a global revolt. Anyway, so they've known for this for about 47 or 46 years when they first discovered it, and the world is not prepared, and it's too late for the truth. They did know of how Earth would be responding. So they had to come up with false narratives. Like they knew, for example, the gravitational pull of an incoming system coming in, the pull on the planet causing earthquakes and sea level rise, oceans sloshing back and forth, oceans inundations. But of course they can't tell the truth. So they came up with the narrative, man-made global warming, and they appointed Al Gore and John Kerry. See, they're actors. Okay, they know the truth, but they're actors. And they've done a pretty damn good job of it on most people. So now we're bringing the so-called Comet 3i Atlas. So who is providing this Avi Loeb with this all the data? Aside from his conspiracy theories that it might be a massive alien ship, whatever. It's all part of the PSYOP. But who's giving him the information of the speed, trajectory, size? There's only two sources, the government and the Vatican, which is a government in of themselves, and they have their own observatory telescope in Arizona for Planet X. It's a PSYOP, people, and they are conditioning you to be prepared for something else. There's going to come a time when it's going to be too late. They can't conceal it anymore. So with 3i Atlas, for example, there's reports that as it goes behind the sun and gets heated up by the sun, that'll amplify the size of the corona to make it appear to be whatever they're saying, the same size as our sun or half the size of the sun, when in reality it could be the binary system coming in, or part of the trinary system coming in. See, let's go back to, so first of all, our star, that bright bulb in the sky, that which we see, is called Sol, S-O-L. I just named the binary star Sal, S-A-L. So if you ever hear me say Sal, I'm talking about the binary star, or the evil twin sister. Which is, so our planets and our sun orbit this way. It is reported that the binary system comes out from below the ecliptic, behind the sun. And as it's gradually getting closer and closer behind the sun, and this is why the sun's you've been seeing these massive explosions behind the sun. So Planet X is to have the characteristics of both a large planet and like a comet. And again, I'll include the link to the confidential report of John Moore. He did a very good video. I accidentally included that link in another video, but it was meant for this video. So that's just what I think, and as I keep on repeating myself, we're now at the next 3,600 year timeline as recorded in Earth's history. And I went back 29,000 years. I just kept on adding 3,600 to 3,650. Every single time catastrophic Earth changes. Most of the time involving catastrophic volcanic eruptions, sudden changes in climate, and sights in the heavens above. And right now, warnings are whispering in the steam and pressure and the vibrating plates of tremors and earthquakes of recent. Earth's crust is filling with magma, exhaling breaths of sulfur, breaths of poison. Rains are not going to be refreshing anymore, folks, or replenishing. It's going to be acidic rains. And Earth's fervent heat and rumbling, on one hand, may be reflections of man's misuse of it as we frack and crack its innards and peel away the layers of the crust seeking gold and coal, setting off nuclear detonations below the crust and storing its contamination below the crust in the caves and ocean floors. And we seed the clouds with poisons. Yet what man has done to our planet will pale in comparison to what the destroyer is going to do upon its next crossing. The destroyer is crossing the 3,600 year timeline. In my opinion, is the 3-eye Atlas distraction. In my opinion. I've done repeated attempts to upload this video, including a link from Mr. Scott Ritter, who is a former UN weapons inspector. In my opinion, he speaks the truth. I'm going to include the link in one video of him. And if you go to timeline, 46 minutes and 30 seconds, he gives his explanation, which was the same on mine, which I posted in my personal Facebook group, and then I came across his video. But the truth of the Russian drones' penetration deep into Poland. They need a continuance of orchestrated distractions, including the Ukraine war, perpetrated and pushed by the West. It is the West who is trying to initiate World War III, a nuclear confrontation. It is not Russia, it is not China, it is not Iran. They don't want any of this bullshit. The West and NATO wants it. And it's all part of the distraction. And as I have said before, we do not need the celestial events to disguise or distract from the looming wars and the rumors of wars. But we need these orchestrated events. We need these wars to disguise and distract from the coming celestial manifestation of Sail and its companions. So what a 3-eye Atlas? It's just a foreshadowing. What's next? Have you thought of that? Why is the government allowing this information to be broadcasted? Why? They suppressed the last person, Robert S. Harrington, former head of the U.S. Naval Observatory, who they assigned to locate and track Planet X. Unfortunately, when he went public with Zecharia Sitchin, they knocked him off. But now they know it's too late. It's almost here. That is the triggering mechanism for the 3600 catastrophe timeline. And it all fits into the book of Revelation and all that, right? Matthew, Luke, Mark. You shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, but do not fear. That's not the end yet. No, for kingdom will rise against kingdom and nation against nation. And so too the great earthquakes in diverse places, and then the pestilence and the famine, so too in diverse places. These are all things that most churches do not want to teach, and most pastors don't want to get into, because they just want to maintain a cupcake, cozy congregation, and after church is out, we'll go out and do our picnics and sing Kumbaya. They don't want to get into what's coming. So this is why I don't get into 3i Atlas like everybody else, because I know it's an orchestrated distraction. They are preparing you to actually see something. They're preparing you. But still, don't forget Luke, my favorites. Chapter 21, verses 25 and 26. 26. For men's hearts will fail them for fear, for looking upon that which is coming to the earth, for the heavens will be shaken. Or something like that. The West is responsible and will be responsible for the coming wars and the rumors of wars, and nobody else. The United States, United Kingdom, NATO, 100% direct involvement. Listen carefully to what Mr. Scott Ritter has to say. That'll be all for now. Arnold. Damn Arnold.